What is Travis Perry's role going to be for this Kentucky basketball team? That is the conversation on today's episode of the Wildcats Today podcast. I'm your host, writer, and editor over at Wildcats Today, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. Carson Nash. Carson, what's going on? You got a big concert this weekend. How are we doing? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just a mellow Tuesday, Wednesday. That's how you know where I'm at mentally.
Get this
hey, at least
now.
I didn't go the other way because then I'd be disappointed. But
yes, you
yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm going to watch Zach Bryan in Nashville with my dad and my brother, so that's going to be exciting. I remember last time we were in Nashville, we had a good time.
We did, and we're going back next year for the SEC tournament, of course, but also for Gonzaga versus Kentucky in 2025. Put it in the calendars. You're getting off work, or I will call and get you fired from your job. So those are your options. A little bit of housekeeping stuff. First of all, the video yesterday of Coach Pope's press conference, the audio there, and I'm like, I knew it wasn't going to be great. He's like microphone wasn't turned on, and I was like, why? Like I didn't get that. I got to figure out something I can try and do on my end to make it louder. Whether that is if I can figure out some kind of microphone, I'm gonna get into that. I have like a tripod with my phone on it. So I'm gonna try and figure that out. I can't help someone using a literal buzz saw in the background a foot to the left of me. That was not on me, but we're going to try and figure that out because I'm going to be attending all those, and Carson we'll get you to some of those too, and we'll get some good video coverage from that, some good questions in there.
Yeah, speaking of questions, y'all should leave your comments of questions you want me or Andrew to ask Coach Pope during those.
And if it's a good one, we'll bring it up, in a press conference, because ideas are always helpful. It's hard coming up with questions to ask. You're like, this is a good question, but and then so we're starting our series of player previews. The plan is we're going to preview every player on this team throughout as we get deeper into the offseason, and that's the plan there. So we're looking forward to that. But this is number one, and it's going to be Travis Perry. So Carson, we have some video footage. We'll get to in a it's Tuesday. It's been a long day. Come on now. Enough. But we'll get to the videos here in a minute. But just quick, Carson, I want to talk about role for Travis Perry. I don't know. We haven't discussed him much, you and I, to where. So tell me, what do you believe his role looks like for this team? Is it much of one? Is it a future play? What is your opinion on Travis Perry?
Yeah, I think it's more of a future play, but I wouldn't be shocked to see him get involved some this year because I think he's a born winner. I think he's a born leader. I just think he has all of those traits to lead a team that you need. But it's hard because you're going to be backing up two senior point guards who are already well-known and well-documented, successful guards, Kerr Krissa and Lamont Butler. So Lamont's led his team to a national championship game. Kerr has led Arizona to great success. He had a down year at WVU, but he's had great success as well. So I think it'll be more of a future play. But I'm excited for Travis to learn under both of those guys as well.
Yeah, and you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, like a large part of this tenure being Coach Mark Pup compared to Coach Calipari, you're going to see more of these players that might not play a ton in their first year in Lexington. You very well could see Perry not play much. You could see him be a role player, and then maybe as a sophomore play more minutes. So, but I agree. He's a great leader. He's a person I've been able to interview Travis after a high school game a couple months ago. We're going to watch some film from that game here in a little bit, actually, and break that down, which will be fun. But, just a great human being, really respectful, well-spoken, all-around great person. He's going to be a great leader someday. He, just like you said, he wins. He's a top 10 all-time high school. Do you remember where he was on that list, Carson, or did you see he's top 10?
I just saw that he was top 10. It was the max
all-time high school scoring, right? The whole
all-time
continental United States. That is, that's tough to do. You know, I mean, I'm sitting here at 0
That's
points in
elite.
my high school career, but I could catch them. But I want to ask you a question here, Carson. I think this is a fun conversation. I'm going to say a name from last year's team, okay? And you give me higher or lower minutes played.
Okay.
Jordan Burks.
Overall or like per game?
I'd say either both. I'd say either or both. More or less minutes than Jordan Burks. And I'll look up his total.
Honestly, I'd say around the same.
Okay.
Because Jordan really didn't get much clock. And when he did, it was when we were up by a whole bunch. Like the Vandy game, he played really good in, but when he got clock. But I think that's kind of similar to what Travis is going to do this year. And now I'm not underestimating Travis. Don't get that twisted. I think Travis Perry is a stud. I think he's a stud. I mean, when you get a kid who's top 10 all time scoring, who's won the state title, who's won the City of Palms signature title down in Florida, and he won the Holiday Classic at Lexington Catholic. He's a born winner. So there's no underestimating Travis here. But I think this year his role is going to be a little smaller than what it's going to be in the future.
I agree. And part of that, you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is an older team. This is an old basketball team. You talk about your guards. You look at Kerr and you look at Lamont Butler. I mean, these guys have played a lot of college basketball, and they're really good players. It's going to be really hard for a true freshman. Like, I'll tell you this, and this is a bold statement, but I mean, tell me if you disagree, Carson. It'd be hard for do you think Boogie Fland, let's say he's part of this class, do you think he walks in and starts over one of those two guys? Like, that's my point here. It's not like Travis Perry is not going to be a great player down the road. These are really good veteran guards that it's going to be hard. So my point is, it's not like if he was ranked higher in the recruiting rankings that he'd be in the starting lineup or get more minutes. I think he's just buried in a really good room of guards. So you're right. Don't get that mixed up that we're saying, oh, Travis. No, he's a great player and he's going to have a role. He's just behind older elite players. And that is the reality here. So, we'll kind of see how it plays out. Now, Carson, I've got some film for us to run through. Okay. So the first video I'm going to play is my favorite. This is one of those plays. We'll see. I think you hear the audio, but like, I think I cut it out, but I was like, oh, wow. After he made this shot. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play a video that is it's one, when I saw him play live, favorite video, favorite shot he made all night. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So, Carson, when you watch that video clip, like, what is your initial reaction? Like, for me, when I watched that live, I remember I went like, my goodness, it was so shifty. It was just an all around great play. So, Carson, what was your reaction to watching that video clip?
Yeah, I got two things for you. One is that looks like a guy who's top 10 all time leading scorer.
Yeah.
High school basketball. Yeah. Two, that reminds me of somebody that plays in the league a little bit. His name is Stephen Curry. That looked like a Steph Curry move. It looked like a Curry move.
That was a Curry move. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He made the defender look a little wobbly there.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I think it just shows you he handles the basketball well. And what I love, we have a video of an assist he made. We'll play that in a minute. His awareness on the court is just off the charts. So let's go ahead and play that. Let's play this video where he has a great assist. He's taking the ball to the rim. He gets crashed on by 3 defenders, and he makes a great decision. So let's take a look at that clip. So, Carson, like that's just beautiful basketball. He's going to the rim. It's not there. He dishes the ball off to somebody else. That is exactly what you're looking for. It's a great play. So what does that clip say to you?
Yeah, no, that's just high basketball IQ right there. So many players would take that up and either draw a foul or make a bucket or something like that. No, he sees his teammate open, cutting down the middle of the lane
to just drop it in the rim.
And he's up in the air and he just drops a dime. That's a little John Stockton-esque there.
Yeah.
But that's just elite basketball IQ. That's something that Mark Pope preaches, right? I mean, that's his whole philosophy. So I think Travis is going to fit well in Pope's system because he can dish and he can make people fall down and hit corner threes.
Yeah, no question there. Last video, and this was pretty cool too. It's two plays mixed into one here. But just great movement with the basketball on these two. So Carson, let's take a look at these real quick. I think that cut to the basket was actually one of my favorite plays he made all night watching them play. Because it's great basketball, great pass also from whoever passed that ball, but just great basketball awareness. And the thing, my takeaway from watching Travis play live, my number one takeaway was he moves so well without the basketball. I've never seen a player, he doesn't stop moving. And that was the question I asked him after the game. I'm like, dude, calm down. Like, you're like a whirling dervish. I mean, he never stops moving without the basketball. And when you have four dudes guarding you every game in high school, you have to do that to try and find open shots. It's kind of like, I've been called the knockdown shooter of the North YMCA here in Lexington. And with that title comes a lot of attention. So I have to move without the basketball. Not right now. I'm on the injured list. But, with that title comes a lot of responsibility. I got to move without the basketball to get open shots. And obviously I make them more times than not, but I mean, Carson, you're the same way. You're the knockdown shooter of the Beaumont YMCA is what I've heard. But so I love all those clips, and I have a ton more. We could do this for an hour. I have so many clips from that game and it's crazy how many highlights came from one game. It's just how good of a player he is.
I really like how that showed a lot of stuff that we don't really hear about Travis. He's not known to be a finisher at the rim. He can get to the basket. Both those showed that he had physicality. He had good IQ by reading that he was going to cut to the back door and finish. He had good finish. He had some little spin on his layup. That was a pretty play.
Yeah, no question. So Carson, I mean, any other thoughts on Travis's role in his true freshman season? I mean, what do you think? It's a tough debate, but you got any more thoughts before we call it a day?
Not necessarily, but he's also one that I'm keeping in the back of my head that could do a little more than you would think during this season, because he's one of those guys that does fit Pope's systems.
He's made for it.
Every team needs 3-point shooters. So he can always be a weapon for us. So he's one of those guys that I love that he's learning from Lamont Butler and Kerr.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
I think he could take a jump, maybe mid-season, maybe earlier, who knows? But I think it's one to watch for sure.
Yeah. Great leader, great person, winner, everything you want in a player, especially a guy that's going to sit around and be a real, program, Kentucky Wildcat through and through. Love everything about Travis Perry's game, and I'm really excited to see what his role looks like this year. So, Carson, we're going to have another pod tomorrow. Same thing, player preview. Who are we doing? We haven't picked a player yet. Pick a player. Who are we doing?
We can do Trent Noah.
All right, we will do Trent Noah tomorrow. I don't have any film on Trent Noah, unfortunately.
Do the Kentucky boys.
So, yes, we'll do the Kentucky boys first. We'll do Trent Noah tomorrow, so everybody be excited for that. What does his role look like? We'll break all that down. We'll have that pod coming to you around this time tomorrow. So hope everybody has an outstanding rest of their day today. If you missed it, go check out Coach Pope's press conference. That was on yesterday's pod. Like I said, we'll try and figure out those audio issues going forward. Or, hey, maybe we can just turn on a microphone. We'll see. We'll ask about that too. Everybody have a great rest of your, not Tuesday, Carson, Wednesday. And we will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, God. Nope, we won't. Hold on. We have some cats coming off the board tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, we forgot to mention.
We did. Reed Shepard and Rob Dillingham. It looks like Justin might slip out of the first round. We'll see. We're all rooting for you.
I've seen him in that 30-ish to 40-ish range.
I saw him 39 today. So we'll see. But
it looks more like Reeves is going to get drafted.
Yeah, no, Reeves is going to get drafted. I think there's a chance he goes a lot earlier than you expect. So
I would hope so.
That too.
I think that kid's good, man.
Yeah. So turn on the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Root on these guys. We love Reed. We love Rob. We love Justin. We love Antonio. Best of luck to them. Dreams coming true tonight. Big Blue Nation's behind you. So everybody, turn on the draft. 8:00. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to watch. We'll have articles over Wildcats Today to go check out about where they go, what's the fit look like. So now we will leave y'all alone. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow.